Okay, it looks like we have someone trying to check into the room. I don't know if you can see us. Looks like your line is still connecting. Christine Kippen. Courtroom 134. Hello? It was glitching really badly. Could you start again? Go ahead. Well, if anything, I'd have to refer you to the criminal division. Right now, we don't have any files or a list. So basically, the courtroom, we're the last people to know if anything's going. So if anything, I have to refer you to the criminal division because we don't have any files yet. Yep, that's fine. You can go ahead and the room is open, so you can come on in. But like I said, this isn't until we actually have files that we'll be able to get you an update. Yes, sir. Bye. Okay. Hi, County. I don't know if you can hear us. It is the case that we still don't have any files just yet, so just stand by. Anything?
I do have a few. I have a partial list as well.
That's fine. That's helpful because we have some people checking in. We have one from Division 3. So whatever you have going, we can get started with. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your help.
No problem. You want me to get defense counsel and see if they're ready on anything?
Sure, or just, yeah, see if they can stick their head in the door and we can find out what we can have matches for. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
Hi, you're from Attorney Reed's office. You just called. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, we have a partial list in some files. Who's your person? And we'll see if we have it at this time.
Monet Reynolds.
Well, so far we have a partial list, so they're still working on items. We do not have any one on the women's side on our list. So what is the name again?
Monet Reynolds.
Okay, you're welcome to you can call back to the criminal division to see if your person's going this morning or if they're working on it. Because like I said, they're still working on files. We only have 7 files right now. Okay. And your person is not on the list at this time.
I'll just wait till the final list come on and then you can let me know if she made it.
That's fine, sir. Yeah, so you're welcome to, put yourself on mute and just hang around, but we'll get you updates as they come.
All right, thank you.
Shortly, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
I'm sorry, what is your name again? I won't have to say.
Officer Pruitt.
Officer Pruitt, thank you, Officer Pruitt. You're with us all day today?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Okay, thanks for
no problem.
jumping in and helping. Okay. And I have this person trying to connect in. Hi, Christine Kippen. I don't know if you can hear us, but it looks like you're cycling through. You haven't completely made it in. The room is remaining open. If you want to perhaps hang up, leave the room, and try checking in again, we can let you in. But just be advised, I know that you did come in. We're not seeing you fully. I mean, we can see you're frozen on the screen. So if you can see us or hear us, feel free to disconnect and try coming into the room again. Hello. Good morning. We have a partial list, so I just wanted to see, in some files, so I just wanted to see what do you have compared to what we have.
We have a partial list of 5 people.
We have 7. So, I mean, well, give me the one. I mean, I'm sorry. Let me ask you this. Do you have any where you have the interviews completed and we're ready to go?
We're ready on all 4 of them. Number 3, Devin Jones is retained.
Okay. Retained. Okay. Here's what I have. I have Jonte Davis.
Down,
Goodspeed.
down,
Carson.
down,
Garrett.
down.
Okay, well, we have enough to get started. I don't think anyone's checked in on Jones just yet, so let's get rolling. We also have a friend of the court case with,
D3.
yeah, the D3, Mario Jackson. Do you have him or no?
I do have that interview. I need to run back to you.
Okay, well, we just have to get a file. We have a little bit of time anyway because we just need a file for it, so I can't do anything, but it's good that you have it, so, because they're on screen. So let's get something going with the DDC at least and get these off our plate.
You ready? Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Okay, here's what we have. We have MIDC counsel here. We have 4 files that are ready to go. Let me know when you're ready for the names.
I'm ready.
Okay, we have ready to go Jonte Davis, Kenneth Goodspeed, Antoine Carson, and Eric Garrett.
Copy.
And Devin Jones, we have a file, but it's retained, but that attorney has not checked in yet.
Okay.
Counsel, also on the Davis case, I don't know if your office has reached out to Judge oh, I'm sorry, never mind. Oh, never mind, disregard. Morning, ma'am.
There's 2 more coming.
Okay, thank you. Okay, council, we have two more files, more files in hand. What we have right now is Leroy Harris.
Jones got his own. Okay.
No. Okay, Anthony Smith.
I never got him.
Thomas Mack. Thomas Mack.
No Thomas Madden.
Okay.
Copy of the list that you have.
I'm sorry.
Can I please have a copy of the list that you have?
Here's what we have. You might want to speak with Madam. I only have 7 people on my list. Hi, Councilor Reagan. Doing well, sir. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Your Honor.
Hi. Are you checking in on a certain number of cases,
No,
or?
I'm trying to see if we have a final list yet.
No, sir, we do not. We received 3 more files. I can give you those names, but we don't have a list. We have 7 people on our list. It's a partial list, and Madam Clerk just brought in 3 more, and she said there are 2 more coming. So I can give you the names of the new files, or I'm sorry.
I just got a list. I had one at about 8:30 this morning. They just sent another one at 10:31. It has about 10 names on it. So I guess it's going to be a total of 12 names. Is that what's going to happen?
That sounds about right. I can give you the names that we do have, and you can compare that with what you have in your hand for the list.
That would be great.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready, Judge.
We have Jonte Davis, Kenneth Goodspeed, Antoine Carson, Eric Garrett, Devin Jones. The new files are Leroy Harris, Anthony Smith, and Thomas Mack.
I have those. You said
And Madam Clerk says there are 2 more coming.
Okay. So
What I gave you is based on the files that we have in hand.
Gotcha. Okay. Could you say that one more time slowly, Judge? I apologize. You said
Which ones? The whole thing?
Jonte Davis.
Kenneth Goodspeed?
Kenneth, you said Goodspeed?
Yes, sir.
I don't have that on my
Antoine
list.
Carson?
Carson, got that.
Eric Garrett?
Got Garrett, okay.
Devin Jones?
And have Devin Jones. Okay, have all those. Okay. Got those.
You want the rest?
Nope, it's only should be 2 more, Judge, and they should send me a list.
I got a list of 10 that just came in.
How many more?
Okay. Madam Clerk just brought us 3, and she informed us that there are 2 more in the back that are on their way.
Okay, and that would be it for the morning, Your Honor?
I believe that's going to be the case.
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor. That's all.
Yes, sir. We're just waiting for DDC to bring folks in front of the camera, and then we can get going.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor, very much.
Yeah, they asked. Yes.
Magistrate Sherman, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Happy Monday. What do you have?
Hey, I just have a short list of 1 through 5. I haven't got a final yet, so just give me some names and I'll pull them in front.
Okay, I'll tell you what we have. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready, ma'am.
Okay, what we have for matches that are ready to go are Jonte Davis, Kenneth Goodspeed,
Copy.
Antoine Carson,
Copy.
Eric Garrett,
Copy.
Devin Jones.
Copy.
Also be advised that I think we're going to need interviews for the following 3 people because we have additional files. For Anthony Smith, Thomas Mack, M-A-C-K, and Leroy Harris.
Leroy Harris is in Wayne County.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, you're correct. I'm sorry. So Smith and Mack on your end.
Copy that, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mario Jackson on the list, but Mario Jackson is the,
FOC.
in D3 right now.
Right. We don't have a file for it yet.
Okay.
Okay, hi. We have, looks like another one of our facilities checking in. Hi, your name, sir? You're sitting at a table?
Oh, Darren Lamont Campbell.
Okay, stand by, sir. We don't have a file for you just yet, so as soon as we have an update, we'll let you know. So just stand by, sir. Thank you.
Come on in.
Yes, keep your mask over you. What's your name?
Garrett.
Okay, we are ready to go. We're on the record for Garrett. Calling case number. Oh, actually, Mr. Garrett, before we get to your case with the attorney present, we do have we have a traffic misdemeanor ticket to go over. We'll arraign you on this ticket, get you a new court date, and when you do attend, it will be by Zoom, which is the video teleconferencing technology that we're using today. You're going to receive instructions on how to dial in for your next court date. This is case number P1104786. We have St. Michigan versus Eric Lamont Garrett. Mr. Garrett, you're charged with misdemeanor counts 1 and 2. Driving unregistered or untitled vehicle and improper plate. You missed a court date on the ticket. The warrant is set aside and bond is set at personal bond, no dollar amount listed. There is a new pretrial date set for April 27th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. The Thursday District Court in front of Judge Langston. With any criminal matter, sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say, orally or in writing, can and will be used against you in a court of law. You also have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one on your own, the court will appoint one for you at public expense. Mr. Garrett, do you understand these rights, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, at this time, the warrant is set aside and the bond is continued. Now we're moving on to your other case with your attorney present. Calling case number 210-56543. He was saying Michigan versus Eric Lamont Garrett. Counsel.
Yes, ma'am. Brian Bird on behalf of Eric Garrett. My client wages right to formal reading.
Court waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge King and as the bond.
My client in the case says that he's a 50-year-old lifelong resident of Michigan, Your Honor. He was about to start a welding job actually today, Your Honor. He's not on probation for parole. Indicates that he's not on probation for parole. Does have a welding trade. This in trade and dark trade, Your Honor. And I understand these are non-assaultive allegations, so we respectfully ask this court for a personal bond.
Thank you. DDC's bond on hold.
He has a hold, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Counsel court takes account to representations, including that these are your client's significant ties to the community, gainful employment. We certainly want him to be able to retain that employment and be productive in the community and pursue that, as well as the fact that this is a non-assaultive matter and it is from almost a year ago. And under the criteria the court takes into account under the Michigan court rules and the COVID pandemic facing the nation at this time, court will set bond the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Not at all. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
All right, man. I'm sitting the case, put you up for the next 1 minute. Come on, D. You ain't paying attention, though. White line, put you in.
Morning, ma'am. Hi, your name, sir?
Oh, I'm fine. How you doing, Jonte Davis?
Okay, thank you. Stand by, Madam Clerk. Can I get stand by? Stand by, sir. You stay right where you are. Sorry. Let the record reflect. We need to make a recording. The first case that we called this morning was for Eric Lamont Garrett, misdemeanor ticket P1104786. People say Michigan versus Eric Lamont Garrett. He was charged with driving unregistered untitled vehicle and improper plates. Court set aside the warrant, enter not guilty plea on his behalf. There's a Zoom pretrial date, April 27, 2021. For both counts, it's a personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Further, we went on the record for his felony case number 210-56543. People said Michigan versus Eric Lamont Garrett. Counsel, if you could briefly make your appearance, and then we'll just kind of make sure we're making a record with regard to his case.
Yes, Your Honor. Brian Bird on behalf of Eric Garrett. My client waives right to formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and will stand guilty.
Court waived the formal reading and not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There was a Zoom probable cause conference day scheduled for April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court. Counsel, let the record reflect, counsel that did make his representations on the record, particularly with regard to Mr. Garrett's long-term ties to the community, gainful employment, and further that these are non-assaultive charges. And the court agreed with that and set bond amount of $1,000 personal. Was there anything further, counsel?
Not at all, Your
Okay,
Honor.
thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Hi, your name, sir, on the camera
Oh, Darren
at
Lamont
the
Campbell.
DDC?
Jonte Davis.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, Mr. Campbell. I'm sorry, I was speaking to Mr. Davis. My apologies, sir. Calling case number 2004472, people say Michigan versus John J. Keith Davis. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of John J. Davis. My client waives his right to perform reading and his constitutional rights to withstand you.
Forward from a reading enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf is a Zoom pretrial date set for April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to the 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett and as to bond.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Well, counsel, just as you are preparing your bond argument, let the record reflect, the court notes that a review of the file shows that on September 25, 2020, your client failed to appear for a pretrial, at which time a capias was issued in bond same amount of $500 cash surety at the time by Austin Garrett. And if you wish to address bond in addition to why he failed to appear for his last court date.
One moment, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, actually, this was in the middle of the pandemic, when the pandemic, I would say, a few months after the pandemic, my client had difficulty on acquiring Zoom at the time.
They're talking.
Did you see us bond? Are there any other holds?
He just holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, counsel, court takes account representations, and the court does appreciate that the community at large and many of us had to make adjustments in the light of the onset of the pandemic facing the nation. But the thing is, hopefully, the court is confident that your office has emphasized to him that he does need to appear from here on out for all of his court dates, even in light of COVID. So he needs to make arrangements, just as we all have had to adjust. He needs to appear.
Correct, Your Honor.
And he's prepared now, and he understands what it is that he needs to do in order to make all of his court dates by Zoom.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Here's what the court is going to do. Based on the authorization that the court has received from Judge Garrett's courtroom with regard to his matters, this court is exercising its discretion to set aside that warrant and set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal bond. And because this case remains open and pending, he is still to have no contact with the complaining witness. Christine Davis, no contact means no written verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties, and no contact order also extends to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. And again, the most important thing being the no contact order, as well as his appearance in court, even if it is virtual. Even because if it's virtual, it's even easier, so he does not have to make an effort to come down to court. But if he fails to appear for any of his court dates, he's going to get picked up and he's going to spend the rest of his case in custody. Or if he violates the no contact order, he's going to get picked up and he'll spend the rest of his case in custody. Do you understand, Mr. Davis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, is there anything
Yes,
further?
ma'am.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera. You're all set, sir. Thank you.
Personal.
All right.
Yes, come on.
Okay, first of all.
Hi, your name, sir?
Devin Jones.
Don't take that mask down.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, keep the mask on, sir. No, keep it. That's fine. We can hear you, sir. It's fine, but just keep that over your nose and mouth. That's for your safety while you're there, sir. Okay? Thank you, sir.
Ma'am.
Calling case number 200599642, State of Michigan versus Devin Jones. Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. We were told that Devin Jones was retained earlier, I believe, NDS constable.
I don't know.
What's up?
Okay, Mr. Devin Jones, just to clarify, did you have an attorney retained to represent you on this case?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I spoke to one this morning. It was
Who's
a
your
female.
attorney, sir?
Female?
Stand by.
I didn't catch her.
Yes, sir. Stand by.
He spoke to us this morning. We still got his interview ready to go. We have to. We were notified that the NDS attorney was gonna zoom in for John.
Okay, well, be advised, earlier this morning, someone did try to get into the Zoom room, but it froze, so I don't know, and we were not able to communicate with this person, so I don't know if an attorney, the person who's been on screen, if anything, what we can do is maybe disconnect with them, and maybe that'll open the door for them to come in, because it's uncertain whether or not, because we were not able to communicate with whoever it was who was trying to get into the room. So if anything, if you want, you can voir dire Mr. Jones and ask him if he wants your office to represent him. The alternative is we would pass on this to see if an attorney does, appear for him. So you're welcome to do that.
Mr. Jones, this is Attorney Franklin Bird speaking. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now, we have, our office interviewed you earlier today for arraignment purposes, but it's a Henry Schneider that was appointed to you that was gonna zoom in today. Would you like Henry Schneider to, represent you, or would you like our office to go ahead and arrange right now?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you're comfortable with the gentleman, they have your information, sir, so you're comfortable with the attorney who's here now to represent you, is that correct, just to be clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, we are on the record. I'm sorry, counsel, we're just going to recall the case, start from the top. Calling case number 2005996 People State Michigan versus Devin Jones. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Brother Bird on behalf of Devin Jones, my client waives his right to the formal reader, understands his constitutional rights, and is you.
Cool.
Your Honor, I understand this is a habeas, in front of Judge Giles. It was a habeas at an exam, and he said it's $30,000 cash bond.
Has your office been able to, just to give us an update, has your office been able to speak with Judge Giles's courtroom?
Not at this moment. I'm pretty sure our office is trying to get in contact with him. If we could arrange him right now, and if possible, if we get it changed,
Certainly, we can certainly revisit the bond issue if you get an update, and then you can update us at the time, but at least this way we'll get him arraigned, he'll have a date and information certain, and then we can always recall it.
thank you.
Okay, thank you. Court with the formal reading entering not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date, April 6, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 30th District Court, followed by a preliminary examination date, April 13, 2021 at 9 a.m. to 30th District Court, and it will be in front of Judge Giles and as the bond, sir.
Finally, my client is a 26-year-old lifetime resident of Detroit. He has no prior criminal history, not on probation or parole. And he works in minors. He does stock in minors, and he does suffer from asthma, so if we could please mark his file medical, it'd be appreciated. He lives here in Detroit with his girlfriend and kids, has 4 kids, and the second one, has one on the way. He indicated to us that he was reported September on his own, and about the next court date, that he never received any paperwork, or didn't hear from the attorney after the court, Your Honor. But that he can remain in bond at this moment, and we do hear back to Judge Giles' office to revisit this matter.
So noted. Thank you. Did you see his bond during hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community, including that overall in Space's case was a non-assaultive matter, and your client has significant gainful employment and significant ties to the community. And the court, and this court is confident that your office has spoken with Mr. Jones and advised him he does need to make arrangements to maintain all of his court dates and to come back for all of his court dates until the judge tells him that he's done with these matters. And again, at this time, this court takes note that a bond was issued on, that CAPES was issued on February 19, 2021, when your client failed to appear for a preliminary examination date. And Judge Giles said bond amount of $30,000 cash surety. And without Judge Giles's authorization from his court, this court at this time is unable to make any changes or amendments to the bond or conditions of bond, but the court certainly leaves the door open during today's session to readdress the issue of bond should the need arise. Given those elements, what the court is going to do is continue the bond at $30,000 cash surety and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further, counsel?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. There's an update on what we can do about your bond, and we'll certainly revisit it, okay?
Reduce it to a person. It happens all the time. So just be easy. I'm calling you back. We're gonna wait down here until they pop back on. Right up this, make the blue chair right there. Everybody ready? Yes, sir. Put the hoodie on. One line, first and last number. Yes, sir. Say your name.
Antoine Carson.
Thank you. Calling. Case number 2105643, People Submission versus Antoine Stewart Carson, counsel.
Yes, Brandon Bird on behalf of Antoine Carson. My client waived his right before we read. Understand the constitutional rights and stand.
Full with the formal reading at your not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a Zoom probable cause conference date set for April 5, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom phone examination date April 12, 2021 at 9 o'clock for the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones and as to bond.
At the bottom, Your Honor, my client in this case stood, he's a 47-year-old lifelong resident in Detroit, Your Honor. He's a senior leader at an automotive plant, high school graduate. Indicates to us that he lives here in Detroit with his daughter and his daughter's mother, has 6 kids, 4 of them grown, all 6 of them in Michigan, Your Honor. I understand these are very assaultive allegations, Your Honor. And my client would have a difficulty paying the monetary bond.
Thank you. CDC is the bond. Are there any halts?
He has a hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, counsel, court will take into account representations, including your client's significant long-term ties to the community, including gainful employment, and that he does have a leadership role in the community at his workplace. Court is also balancing with the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations, and these are very serious allegations, including those of a highly assaultive nature, including a count of criminal sexual conduct. Again, these are allegations only, but the court must take that into account, in addition to everything that you have presented in terms of your bond argument advocating for your client. The criteria the court utilizes not only the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations, but also safety of the community, including that of the complaining witness, as well as balancing all of the elements that you presented in your bond argument. And even with and also court takes into account the pandemic facing the nation. At this time, based on what has been presented, the factors to your client's benefit do not outweigh the concerns that this court has with regard to the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations. Given those elements, at this time, court is setting bond in the amount of $100,000, cash surety, no 10%, no other administrative relief. Further, while this case is pending, your clients have no contact with the complaining witness, Shalisha Moore. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties, and no contact order also extends to a place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. And of course, subject to the court rules, bond is subject to review at any time. Counsel, given the bond, are there any medical concerns or deemed marked file medical or anything else that you want to present at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we are concluded. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
All right, Sheriff's Family Dog.
Hi, we have someone joining us in camera. Snyder, can you hear us?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. I'm here checking in on a Devin Jones for a FTA warrant.
Actually, we just did that one. He had been interviewed. Stand by. Was that the one where it was a Giles case and we couldn't change the bond? Okay, counsel, be advised. Here's the thing. We can always call the case back and have your client in front of the camera, but be advised that there was your client capiased earlier this year, and Judge Giles said bond the amount of, I think, $30,000 cash surety. It is the court's, just so that you're aware, the court is in the position where unless or until we get authorization from that judge of records courtroom or that judge of record with regard to making any changes or amendments to a bond, the bond remains the same. Be advised that our member of the MIDC in-house counsel did represent your client in lieu of your presence with your client's consent. And we were able to place on the record that that their office had not spoken with Judge Giles's courtroom. So unless or until we get authorization from Judge Giles's courtroom we would not be in a position to make any changes. However, if you want, we can always recall your client, get him back on screen, and if you want to make your representations or your bond argument, in lieu, instead, we can do that. But it would require any changes to the bond would require authorization from Judge Giles's courtroom. So how would you like to proceed, sir?
Well, Your Honor, I suppose the first thing I need to do is get in contact with Judge Giles' courtroom.
Yes, sir.
But I'm not sure if today will provide enough time for that. Is there a possibility we could be placed on the docket for tomorrow or Wednesday instead?
I think what we would do, tell you what, take down this number, please.
Yes.
Because coordination with getting it back on the docket, you would want to do that with the criminal division. Let me know when you're ready for the number.
I'm ready.
It's 313?
Yep.
965 4339.
Okay.
Okay, so then that would be an opportunity, because again, subject to the court rules, bond is subject to review at any time. So if you are able to get in touch with Judge Giles's courtroom, then there'll be an opportunity to get it back on the docket. Or if you are able to get it done today, just let the criminal division know, and we can always revisit it either later this session or for the next session in the afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for Anthony Smith?
Stand by, let's see. Are you ready for Anthony Smith, counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
We are ready for Anthony Smith, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Kim, what we have now, is that everything, or do we have more stuff coming? Because we actually have the one case, Mario Jackson, for an FOC. Did we ever get that? Because they're on screen. And then also Mario Jackson at D3. And then also there's a Campbell case. And then there's a Mr. Campbell from D1. And I don't have any of those. I don't have either of their files. So I'm just curious if it's going today or if it's going to be in the afternoon. Oh, really? Campbell and Jackson. Okay, let's take care of this gentleman. Okay, at the Detroit Detention Center, your name, sir?
Anthony Smith.
Okay, thank you, sir. Calling case number 210-56538, People Say Michigan versus Anthony Maurice Smith, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Anthony Smith. Understands the constitutional rights to stand youth.
Okay, forward the formal reading and not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Stand by, court to review the file for date.
When they want me to do this? When I run around, grab them. Still not available. We have patience. Mr. Smitty's, who else? Just a minute. I'll just remember her name. What's up, man?
Matt,
Matt, yes, man.
I apologize, John. You gonna go take a moment to read?
That's fine, sir, Coach. PDC standby. Court is at sidebar.
Yeah. Division one's gonna call in here, we just interviewed him. Okay. Thank you. Who needs to stick to Judge job? Well, okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. I don't have a problem. Well, when they sent the email. Oh, do you want this?
Thank you. Court was at sidebar. Stand by. We're going to go back on the record. Okay, counsel, okay, I'm sorry. Court will wait the formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is going to be well, counsel, let's go with your bond argument first, please, before we set dates.
Yes, Your Honor. He's a 36-year-old lifelong resident in Detroit, Your Honor. Many cases, he never had any prior criminal history at all, no prior criminal history at all. He's not on probation or parole, does have some college behind him. He turned himself in today, shortly after being notified that he was being charged, turned himself in right away, Your Honor. Fiance and 6 kids. Understandably, these are false allegations and serious allegations, you know. But we respectfully ask the court, this is for personal mind, client for personal mind with GPS.
Thank you. Did you see his bond or any holds?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community, and also that there are no other holds or anything else outstanding. Stand by.
So this is 20 here. She's here for Thomas E. Mack.
I'm sorry?
She's the attorney in the group. She's here for Thomas E. Mack.
Okay, we haven't gotten to it yet, but thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Court takes into account representations, counsel, particularly that he doesn't have anything else outstanding, there's nothing else pending, and no hold. And court is also sensitive to the nature of the charges and the seriousness of these allegations. Given those elements at this time, court is setting bond in the amount of $10,000 personal bond. Further, court takes into account of the Michigan court rules that your client did make himself available to this court's jurisdiction for arraignment on this case. as well as the pandemic facing the nation. At this time, also because of the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations, your clients to have no contact whatsoever with the complaining witness, Tyria Reddick. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to him through third parties, and no contact or else extends to the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further, sir?
Not at all.
Okay, thank you. We are concluded. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. You're all set. Take a step away from the camera. I'm sorry, court dates. I'm sorry. Court date is probable cause conference April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by Zoom plenary examination date to be determined, and it will be in front of Judge Archer. Thank you, ma'am. Anything further, counsel? Okay, thank you. You're all set. Take a step away from the camera. Okay, we have, with regard to Campbell and Jackson, at this time, I think we have a final list, but neither Campbell or Jackson we have files for, so it may be that they are going to go in the afternoon. So with regard to Mr. Jackson, stand by, and we'll see if we can't communicate with the jail and let them know. I don't think your case is going to be going this morning. It might be for the afternoon session, sir. And then with regard to Campbell, same thing, but if we have any updates, we'll let you know as soon as possible. So stand by, please. Thank you for your patience. Okay, and other gentlemen, it looks like you are at Division 1. Your name, sir?
Leroy
Yes,
Harris.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Harris. Stand by. Do we have Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll tell you what, let's take care of Mr. Harris because, and then we'll be able to keep going straight down the list at the DDC. This is case number 210-56758, People say Michigan versus Leroy Demetrius James Harris. Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Leroy Harris. My client waived my formal reading. Understand the constitutional rights and withstand you.
Go away the formal reading if you're not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date, April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge Jones and as the bond.
At the bond, Your Honor, my client is 26 years old. Unfortunately, he's in Florida right now, so it'll be difficult to pay monetary balance. But just that 1 year college behind, he is the non-probation of parole, Your Honor. He is diabetic, he suffers from blood infection. So, Your Honor, he's in the hospital about 3-4 times a week for the rest of his life. It is very damaging from sitting in the county right now during this pandemic. And if you can mark this file medically, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Certainly noted.
But
Okay.
He lives with his mother, he lives with his 2-year-old daughter, he's a non-assault allegations, Your Honor, we respect the ethics for personal one.
Thank you. And as to Mr. Harris, are there any holds? If you have that information? That's fine. Okay, counsel, court takes into account your representations. Further, these are non-assaultive charges. Your client has significant ties to the community, including court is taking into account your representations regarding his pre-existing medical conditions in light of the pandemic. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $2,000. Personal bond in the court has marked file medical. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Harris. You're all set, sir. We are concluded on your matter. Thank you for your patience.
That wasn't you, but still speaking, right?
That's fine. Okay, gentlemen at the DDC, your name, sir? Thank you. Oh, also, DDC, be advised, we do have a retained case for Thomas Mack. Okay, as to Mr. Goodspeed, thank you. Calling case number 20055-642, Michigan versus James Kenneth Goodspeed. Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, Brandon Bird on behalf of Kenneth Goodspeed. My client waives his right to formal reading. Understand the constitutional rights to withstand you.
Full with formal reading and to not guilty on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date, April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined. Also at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer and as to bond.
At the bond, Your Honor, my client indicates that he's a 33-year-old lifelong resident of Detroit, Your Honor. Indicates that he has no prior criminal convictions, Your Honor. Self-employed real estate investor, high school graduate, graduated from the public health IT program, does have some time behind him at Wayne State, non-probation of parole, Your Honor. He lives here with his mother and 2 children. And right here in Detroit, he's been doing all his life, Your Honor, so he's not a white risk. and he got non-assault allegations irrespective of his scope for personal harm.
Thank you. And DDC is bond. Are there any holds regarding Mr. Goodspeed? Thank you. Council Court takes account representation, including your client's significant ties to the community, also the pandemic facing the nation, and other criteria of the Michigan court rules, including that this is a non-assaultive matter. Given those elements, court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further? Okay, Mr. Goodspeed, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera. From Attorney Reed's office, be advised we have a final list, and your client Reynolds is not on the list, so maybe that it'll roll over. It'll be this afternoon. So if anything, we would urge you to contact the criminal division to see if there are any updates on the status of your client's file. Thank you, sir. Okay, hi, gentlemen at the DDC in front of the camera. Your name, sir?
Montez Taylor.
Okay, Mr. Taylor. Calling case number 210-56798, People State Michigan versus Dantes Taylor. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Yes, Your Honor. When the bird on behalf of Dante Taylor, my client waives his right to formal reading, understands the constitutional rights to stand music.
Full way the formal reading is tonight. Get to on client's behalf is a Zoom probable cause conference date April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined also to Thursday District Court in front of Judge McConico and Esteban.
As the bond, Your Honor, my client indicates that he's a 22-year lifelong resident of Detroit, no prior criminal convictions. Indicates that he's unemployed at the moment, so it'd be difficult for him to pay monetary bond, but he's not on probation or parole, and he's got non-assault allegations, actually non-assault allegations. We respect him for personal bond.
Thank you. Did you see his bond? Any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes in account representations, including this is non-assaultive and other criteria of Michigan court rules, including the pandemic facing the nation, as well as your client's significant ties to the community, and there's nothing else open and pending. For those reasons, court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further, sir?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Taylor, you're all set, sir?
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. For our folks at the, if there's anyone from D1 or D3, Division 1 or Division 3, be advised that at this time we do not have files for this session for Mr. Campbell or Mr. Jackson. Do you copy?
Yes, Madam Clerk, I copy that. What
Okay,
time
thank
do you
you.
think they'll be seen?
Here's the thing, if you don't mind, I can give you a telephone number if you have an opportunity, because then that way they can give you the most up-to-date information on what the status is on your person's file for Mr. Jackson. It is 313-965-4339, and they can let you know what the status is on if it's going this afternoon. Our second session starts at 2:30, but we would know before that. You can find out before that if it's going to go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your patience.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, hi, gentlemen at the DDC in the orange shirt. Could you state your name, sir?
Tyler Lombardo.
Okay, thank you. We're on the record. Calling case number 210-567-97, People State Michigan versus Tyler Lombardo, also known as Scott Lombardo. Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Tyler Lombardo. Our client waives right to formal reading, understands the constitutional right to stand music.
Full way the formal reading and turn on guilty plea on your client's behalf is a Zoom probable cause conference date April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, my client indicates to us that he's a 26-year-old lifelong resident of Detroit, Your Honor. Indicates to us that he has no prior assault or criminal history, Your Honor. He works for Cooper Robotics. He's been doing this for 6.5 years. Right now, he's in school, trying to finish school, Your Honor. He's out on probation. He does suffer from multiple illnesses, Your Honor, so we do the market medical, you know. And we appreciate it, but Your Honor, this is not something allegation. This is really, it is a resisting obstruction charge, but it has no underlying charge, and the OCA obstruction charge doesn't have an underlying charge. I respect that as well for personal bond.
Thank you. DDC is bond any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes account representations, including your client's significant long-term ties to the community, including gainful employment. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further, sir? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera. DDC, thank you. I'm sorry. We also have Thomas Mack, is retained attorney on that case.
White line, first and last name.
First
First
name
and last
Thomas, last name Mack.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56693, People State of Michigan versus Thomas E. Mack. Counsel, your appearance and P number for the record, please.
Logan Gallo, P5203, on behalf of Thomas Mack, who appears via Zoom from the Detroit Detention Center.
Waiving the formal reading, sign your client mute.
And we would ask for it to not guilty plea.
Okay, thank you. Also, counsel, because of COVID, normally we've been accustomed to people zooming in. You might be the first live body we've had in ages. So if you can fill out an appearance form, we can include that with the file. You did already?
I found it electronically.
Yes.
I was upstairs getting ready to hold an exam, so I said, let me come on down.
Okay, we appreciate you coming to see us. All right, quote with the formal reading into not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We do have your P number on the record. There will be a Zoom probable cause conference date set for April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date April 19, 2021 at 1:30 p.m. at the Thursday District Court and in front of Judge Jones and as the bond, ma'am.
Right, we realized it was serious allegations. We had our client, I had my client turn himself in. We have been going through the civil side on this particular matter. So as soon as we knew we had a warrant out, we came right on in, Judge. We would ask for a reasonable bond.
When you say civil side, I mean, without touching on the merits of this case or anything else, can you indicate what the civil side is?
Juvenile court judge right now, the allegations for the young ladies. It's a young person.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
we're in juvenile court. He is I don't know, he's just somebody they want there. So it is a neglect matter with the parents. Mr. Mack has been drawn into the neglect matter. So our next court date on that is, I believe, April 21st at 10 a.m. So anyway, in any event, Judge, Mr. Mack has no criminal record. He suffers from diabetes, insulin. I think that's probably why they're trying to get him out. He just had cataract surgery, Judge. And understanding these are serious allegations, Mr. Mack is a lifelong Detroit resident. No issues whatsoever has he had. Unfortunately, we have these allegations that he will fight vigorously in the court, Judge, because these allegations came about after a cell phone incident. But in any event, Judge, we would ask for a reasonable bond for Mr. Mack.
All right, stand by. Did you see his bond? Are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Counsel, court takes into account your representation. This court is confident that you will mount a very vigorous defense on behalf of your client, as is today, as a result of the demonstrated by the bond argument. Court is also balancing it with the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations. Stand by. Court is going to review additional information.
Thank you.
Hey, hold up. Let me to this officer. He gonna check your wristbands, man. the court got to clear this up. All right, boss. Take care, boss.
Okay, counsel, and again, without touching on any elements or any details with regard to the civil matter or the juvenile matter, at this time, where are the juvenile, sorry, it looks like there are two juvenile complainants. What's the status on them now?
Your Honor, I wish they were part of the neglect proceeding, so they have been placed in other places or another place. After the placements or before, I don't know, during this whole thing, that's how these things came out about Mr. Matt. I did speak with the officer in charge of this particular case, and he indicated he would let me know when there were charges referred. So we reached out early, Judge, we reached out often, and then the juveniles are nowhere near Mr. Matt. I will note that there was something about a cell phone, an incident that is not documented anywhere, and I believe that's, I don't know, but Judge, we would ask for a reasonable bond. This is a man who's worked his whole life. He has not had any contact with anyone else. Most of these things came around and he hadn't had contact for a while anyway. Once these allegations came about and it was known, they put him on the register. That's how I got involved, to try to figure out what was going on. And now he has retained counsel. He is not near any juvenile because that's part of the condition. I don't even think he has a computer he can access, and I don't know if that's one of the allegations, but we strictly abide by the no contact, and he asked that he could give us a reasonable bond. He is an elderly, sick man who is retired, Judge.
Okay, and did you see if we have an address? Are there any holds?
No holds.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, and again, this court is satisfied that your office is going to mount a very vigorous defense, but the court simply must balance every element of this, and the court appreciates the additional information which helps to inform this court's decision as it relates to bond and the criteria the court utilizes on Michigan court rules as to bond. And again, much of what has been presented, not only as a result of the report, but also based on your representations from your office, are the types of things that need to be borne out at the time of examination as this case makes its way to trial or preparation for trial. And the court's primary concern when it is a criminal matter is safety to the community, including that of the complaining witnesses, as well as any individuals or parties who may be affected by this case or any elements of this case. At this time, the court is going to do the following. 12 will set bond in the amount of $75,000, strike that, $7,500, 10%. He's going to be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Also, while this case is pending, absolutely no contact with complaining witnesses, Oriana Robinson and Tatiana Robinson. No contact means no written or verbal communication with these individuals, no messages to them through third parties, no contact or those extends to their places of residence and places of employment, because these are, at least at the time of these allegations, were under the age of 18, no contacts with their parents and or legal guardians or any schools or agencies or institutions that provide services to the complaining witnesses.
Thank you.
And bond is always subject to review, and the court does acknowledge that, again, there are many elements that mitigate the bond or the bond determination. This court acknowledges that it is departing significantly below what it would normally set for these types of cases, even based on the face of their charges. I'm sorry. And also, court is going to mark, you said indicated he has pre-existing medical conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I don't know if they let him take his insulin this morning, but he is a diabetic.
Diabetic.
Had cataract surgery.
So noted, quote, mark the file medical for diabetes. And again, bond is subject to review at any time, but again, the court is clearly, is certainly balancing every element that is presented to it at its time. Most important thing is the no contact order while this case is pending. Anything further, counsel?
No, nothing further.
Thank you. Okay, you're all set, so you step away from the camera. Did you say that's everything that we have for this session? Mr. Campbell, let me ask you this. Is there an officer or a sheriff available in the room, sir?
Yeah, he in the next room. You want me to get him?
If you would, sir. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you. Go ahead, sir, when you get a chance.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, he in the next. Okay, he in the next
That's fine.
room.
If you can like wave them down and let them know, we'll update them. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Okay, and sir, I think your attorney.
Or you.
Right.
Oh, she on her way right now.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Kim, the one case that was the Giles case with the $30,000, Kathy People's attorney is zooming in again, and they've gotten back and forth. Hi, Counselor Schneider, stand by.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What is your client's name again, please?
Devin Jones.
Okay, stand by.
Thank you, Your
Go
Honor.
ahead, sir. Let me recall it. We'll go back on the record. Stand by. Recalling case number 2005996 Sam, Michigan versus Devin Deshaun Jones. Counsel, your appearance again, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit, Henry Schneider.
Call me back this afternoon.
P82476.
Okay. Hi, stand by. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Schneider.
Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Henry Schneider, P82476 for Mr. Devin Jones.
Go ahead, sir. Do you have an update for us?
Your Honor, I did reach out to Judge Giles' courtroom and speak with his clerk. I addressed Judge Giles, explained that we would need his authorization before any changes to Mr. Jones' bond would be made. At this time, he's refusing to grant that authorization. So I'm not sure how the court would like me to proceed.
So noted. Okay, well, sir, and the court appreciates you being able to come back on the record in order to clarify or provide this court with an update. And again, be advised and let the record reflect that unless, or with regard to the exam judges, once they set a KPS bond, it is at that judge of records decision whether or not if they're going to grant this court the authorization to make any changes. And given the update on that status, it is the case that Judge Giles at this time is not inclined to make any changes or authorize this court to make any changes. So for that reason, at this time, bond remains at $30,000 cash surety, no 10% or early or administrative release. And of course, bond is under the court rules, bond is subject to review at any time. And certainly your office will have an opportunity to readdress the bond at the next court date. Be advised, counsel, the next court date for probable cause is going to be by Zoom on April 6, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date, April 13, 2021 at 9 o'clock. And it is in front of Judge Giles. Also, counsel, be advised that brother counsel who represented your client at the original moment of arraignment did indicate to mark the file medical because he has asthmatic pre-existing condition. So the court has marked his file medical.
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so again, bond is subject to review, but the court certainly does appreciate you making, being able to provide an update for this court. Is there anything further, sir?
Not at this time,
okay.
Your Honor.
Counsel, if you would also please, Counselor Schneider, Madam Clerk wanted to get your bar number again, please.
Sure. It's 82476.
Okay, thank you, sir. We appreciate your time. Thank you, DDC. Thank you, sir. Mr. Jones, you're all set. Thank you. We are concluded. Okay, thank you, County D1. We appreciate your patience. Is the officer available there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hi, thank you, sir. Hi, Deputy, be advised, and we appreciate you bringing Mr. Campbell. However, it is the case that Mr. Campbell's file is not on our morning session. If you like, we can provide you a telephone number to see whether or not if his case will be heard for the 2:30 session. We can provide that to you. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, go ahead.
It's 313-965-4339. And they can get you, that gets you the telephone number back to the criminal division. They can provide you with an update on whether or not if the case is going to go today, but it's just as of this morning, we didn't have them on our list for this morning.
Okay.
Thank you both very much. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, DDC, thank you.
You